Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading with the nightly market update for Wednesday, August the 4th. Happy August and happy Wednesday to everyone. Had a pretty uneventful day today, a lot of chop. I've got the ES up here. We'll start there and take a look at things and then kind of work our way out. But, today we ended up, the S&P was down 20, the ES down 18 or so now, trading a little after hours here. But basically just a lot of chop, not much going on. We have got ADP numbers. Is that tomorrow? We got payrolls on Friday. That's the biggie. So we'll see. Generally, I would expect us to go higher into payrolls on Friday. Be kind of surprised if we don't. And I'm looking at a level. You see this high right here, 44.17 on this. This is the ES. If we take that out, I've actually got a level of 44.19. If we take that out, then we are probably going to in the 44 kind of 34 kind of range, and 36 actually to be exact. And so I'm looking for higher levels here. Now, that being said, again, I feel like a broken record here, and we are looking at the same charts. This thing could free fall at any time now. We're really past all the biggie as far as biggie earnings, Amazon, Facebook, Google, all that kind of stuff. And as you can see here, we've just really, this is a 10-day chart, again, the ES. See our snow line there. I mean, we've just been really we've just been chopping back and forth, back and forth. You see these highs up here. That was the previous high, new all-time high, new all-time high. We keep just kind of hitting this zone here. Again, that's for 10 days. We're just chopping, chopping, chopping. And that's okay. I mean, it's actually really good for me, and the type trades that I do are kind of range bound, and I do kind of a hybrid income type strategy, and it works well in a market like this. But if we take this 10-day chart and let's back it out here, I like to start it on a small time frame and work my way out. You can see the big dip here, and this was the Delta variant. Is going to take the market down, and then the next day it's not going to take it down. We're straight down, straight back up, and that's what's been happening here lately. I talked about this last week actually. So we could have one of these at any time, and then right back up. I would, if that happens within reason, I would be a dip buyer, for the next run. If you take this out on a little bit longer time frame, it's pretty amazing. You see the red candle down, straight down, next day, green candle straight up. Look at this, red candle straight down, green candle straight up, red candle straight down, green candle straight up. So we've had these like vertical, vertical sell-offs, and then buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. Unlike back here when the sell-off actually turned into something and it took a little while to come back up. We still had a V, recovery here, but that's September, October, November. So it took a little while. Here it's one day, kind of crazy. But if we look at this again, this is a 1-year chart. It's beautiful, very bullish. We could pull back and keep going like this very easily. And that's the way I'm playing it. I've been playing that for a little while, or a pretty good while actually, with some pretty heavy caution on the downside. Because again, I know with news flash about anything. The Fed, the virus, whatever could give us a flush down, or it could just be profit taking, whatever. But for the meantime, I'm looking for a little bit higher levels. You can see we got a snow line up there at 45.38. That's kind of a stretch, but if we were to get some momentum behind us, I don't know where it would come from. It would really probably need a catalyst, for a next run higher like that, but don't rule that out at all. So an easier way to look at it, of course, would be something, kind of in this range. I'm not seeing this. I don't see that happening without a big catalyst that we don't even, that we can't see right now. We don't have no idea that it's coming. So I would continue to think this thing, buy the dips, and we just keep going up. So that's why I'm playing the S&P. and we can look at the same thing on the, the Nasdaq here. Kind of the same thing. We're up against the snow line, so we've hit it a couple times here, having trouble getting through it. Amazon did not do us any favors on the miss and the big flush down, because I thought that was what was going to drive us higher through the snow line and maybe possibly up, up here. This is NDX, 15668 up here, possibly. Didn't happen. Last week we had Tesla and Amazon and Apple and all that kind of stuff, and we really could not get through this level. We're going to try again and see what happens. But for now, I do have a little fade trade on the Qs, not the NDX, but again, I'm still looking for higher highs here. I don't want to really step out and short this market yet. There's no reason to. There's no signal, and when you don't have a signal, you don't do anything, right? RUT's a little different story. RUT's looking kind of weak here. I do have a small fade trade on the RUT down here to the tree line. From there, I'm not sure where to go with this thing. I would like to put credit spread down here or something, but I don't know that I will. I'm not there yet, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And maybe by next week I'll have something, because I'll do the video again for you guys next Wednesday. But in the meantime, just, same thing. Again, I feel like I sound like a broken record. Keep powder dry. Do the honey badger stocks. You guys know that I've been long. Home Depot Pool that was a nice win for us. POOL. I like Tractor Supply here. There's a handful of kind of honey badger names, but for the most part, I'm trading the S&P and just being very nimble in this market. So that's what I've got today. Just keep powder dry. Be careful, because this thing could flush down. I am expecting us to go higher into Friday with the payrolls on Friday, non-farm payrolls on Friday, so be aware of that. And other than that, tread lightly, use tight stops, and be careful out there. So thanks for the time, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me